Chill. That's what we doing out here. Vibing and chilling, and this phone just does not stay where the fuck it's supposed to stay. Oh my gosh, that's ridiculous. Okay. So, not a whole lot as far as updates go with Jay-Z and all that shit. Just the same shit I talked about before, where the alleged victim is, there's a lot of inconsistencies in her stories, or in her story, sorry, not stories. But really, I also found out Diddy asked to have his case thrown out, and that was denied. And Jay-Z is trying to get these rape allegations also thrown out because of the inconsistencies. So, that's literally it. There's not like a more to it at this point. It's just that yeah, Diddy's not getting out. He's gonna stay in there till May, and he's probably not gonna come out again, to be honest with you. I think despite the laws and everything, it's like he's dangerous, and I just hope they find some way to keep him in there. Because he's clearly just going to continue to do the same stuff, obviously. As we've seen time and time again. But you know what? I want to talk about some other things, because I want to talk about maybe things more related to healing and focusing on inner work. But I also think that this shit that comes up in the media and stuff like that can be very triggering. So that's why I talk about it sometimes, or give you guys updates on stuff like that and talk about it. Other than that, nothing too serious. This blunt is just terrible. I do not understand what's happening. But yeah, so do I even want to talk about that? I'm like thinking about different topics, different things that I could talk about, but I don't really want to talk about any of the things that are coming to mind. There's just not huge updates on the Diddy stuff. I do have to get back to doing tarot readings. I don't know, I feel like I have been called to do other things, which is why I haven't been doing the tarot readings, but I will get back into doing that. I make sure I go live pretty much every day. But like I said, I need to get more consistent with the weekly readings and stuff like that. Which I haven't been for some reason. I just haven't been feeling the vibes, You gotta, I don't know, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. When I go to do a reading, it's like I'm being called to do that kind of a thing, and I just haven't felt that way. So yeah, sometimes the universe makes you take a step back to, for a variety of different reasons. Could be. How's everybody doing? Feel free to drop a like and subscribe. How's everybody? What's everybody up to tonight? I was just talking a little bit about the whole Jay-Z situation, but I'm not going too in depth with that because, you know, I don't want to harp on it too much, even though I know some people like to hear about that type of stuff, but try to keep a good balance of what I put out. Yeah. So, also, the full moon in Gemini energy, it's still around, and I definitely know it's still around because it's still highlighting things for me, which is interesting and disturbing, to say the least. Um, but yeah, because the full moon in Gemini energy is supposed to highlight or bring to light certain patterns of thinking or communicating or just like emotional patterns as well that are rooted in trauma or toxicity, and like bringing those to the surface and looking at like those unhealthy patterns that you have continue to repeat so that you can heal those things. Because the thing is that people don't understand is it's important to heal those things in order to attract a healthy partner. You can't attract a healthy partner if you're not healthy yourself. If you're not healthy yourself, you're going to attract someone who's unhealthy. So that's why it's important to look at some of these things like these patterns, behavioral patterns or emotional patterns that we pick up and are conditioned to keep repeating over and over again, because if we don't heal some of those things, they can be very damaging to ourselves and to other people. Which, because I think a lot of people come to tarot and it's like, I don't want to hear about that. I just want to hear about the person I'm dealing with. And it's like, yeah, but in order to fix, in order to create more of a healthy connection and sustain the relationship, you have to work on healing the wounds or whatever is impacting the relationships. You can't just, oh, let me come to this reading and I'm super unhealthy and I don't want to heal anything, but I just want to know. I mean, you can still do that, I guess, but I don't really get the point if you're not going to change. The point in tarot readings is to trigger you into awakening and change and recognizing those shadow aspects of yourself that do need to be worked on. That's literally the point of it. Yeah. So I think a lot of times people don't want to hear that stuff, maybe like what they need to heal or work on, but if you don't, it's just going to come up later anyway. So either you can look at it now or later, or you can get with somebody who enables these broken places inside of you and just ignores them and allows you to continue on being unconscious, because they're probably unconscious too. You can do that too and be like 95% of America if you want. But yeah, it's not about the external or the image, it's about the health of the relationship. And that also translates into the times we're in, because we're not in the age of Pisces, we're in the age of Aquarius now. So all of these things need to be, or will be, I guess, brought to the surface or exposed. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? Yes, I love the commenting in the, feel free to comment in the chat, guys. Drop a like, subscribe, share the vid. I'm thinking about also doing more lives where I do, where I offer questions for a very low price and, a reasonable price, not some of these people on here who are offering, oh, a question for $15. It's like, are you kidding me? I'll just go fucking ask. I don't know. I'll just go buy my own tarot deck with that money and then answer the damn question myself. It's like, what? Who charges that? So, anyway, nothing over $10. I don't do that, but I also might start offering like mini personal readings on the live. So, look out for that. Drop your zodiac sign in the chat. Oh, down like feeling down? Or you're down like you're down for, I don't even know what the fuck you guys, here's the problem sometimes, it's like I talk and it's like, this is the problem. And then people respond and it's like, I don't know, especially on here, it's hard to know like what context and tone and shit like that. So, yeah. So that's why I was like, oh, yeah, see, that's where I was like, oh no, that's not what he meant. But then I was like, what is he saying he's down for? What did I just say? And then it's like, okay, so anyway, people, excuse the memory issues here, but yeah, definitely I'm gonna start doing a little bit more of that. Hey, peeps, drop a like. How's everybody doing? What's your zodiac sign? If you're a Scorpio, I'm sending you healing energy, sending all the Scorps here. Lots of healing energy, especially in romantic relationships. Sorry, guys, I'm talking S. You know how Cancers are. We get real rude. We can get real rude. But, sometimes it's necessary. So, but listen, female Scorpios are great. Okay, I'm not saying male Scorpios are not great, okay? My boyfriend's a Scorpio, but I'm just saying. I don't think I have anything to say. I don't think I have words for it, really. Yes. No, but for real. I am. I was talking shit a little bit, Mr. Rogers, and but also I do mean that because I do think Scorpios really, even female Scorpios, like some of the clients that I see, and I know people are like, oh, you're going based on zodiac sign. No, not outwardly, but these are, thoughts that I have kind of inwardly. And if my clients are into that shit, I do point stuff out because there's one person in particular who's having a hard time making themselves vulnerable, and they just so happen to be a Scorpio. It's a female. And so I don't know, where the fuck am I going with that? I think I was just saying that's why I do send healing energy, because I think a lot of times Scorpios are quite, I think tormented is too strong of a word, but there's a lot of inner turmoil because unlike Cancers who, I mean, that I was going to say tell it like it is, but not really, because Cancers can be quite passive aggressive. If they don't care for you. But Scorpios, They're afraid to make themselves vulnerable, and it's just, it's just a tough world out here, and I get it. Because outside of any type of zodiac sign, we all go through that and have that type of. Yeah, it's not really a Scorpio thing. I really was just talking shit mostly. But also trying to stay rational at the same time, remaining rational and objective. But you know what? It's okay because July cancers get a horrible rap anyway. So it's like, I get it. I mean, cancers get a horrible rap. People are always talking shit. Hi, Burley. Yeah. Yeah, that would make sense because I'm like, on one hand, Scorpios are very private. They like to keep stuff to themselves. But on the other hand, they want to open up and share that. But I don't get what the problem is, to be honest with you. See, this is why people have a problem with Scorpios, because I think that's where they go to, well, what's the problem? Well, you must be the problem instead of, anyway, I think it sounds kind of confusing internally, emotionally speaking. But yeah. Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, Scorpios will just be like mysterious or like shady about things for no reason. It's like, oh yeah, what are you getting at the store? It's like, none of your business. And it's like, what? None of my business. Nobody even, it's not even that deep. Nobody even really cares what you're getting at the store. But okay, if you want to, ooh, keep it a secret. Like I've talked to other people who have dealt with Scorpios who they do the same stuff. And also, Scorpios will hold grudges with people. These are just the negative aspects, but every sign has negative aspects. That's for sure. So, I don't know. I'm not sure. I've talked to peeps who have had some challenging go rounds. And I also don't understand why I've met so many Scorpios who have dated Aries. Like, what a weird combination. Scorpio and Aries is a weird combination, in my opinion. Very odd. It's kind of opposites. It's like one sign is very like private and exclusive kind of vibes. Aries is like, let's like invite the whole neighborhood over and like, oh my God. So it's like, I don't really get how that would work, but I've heard of it going on, and from what I've heard, it doesn't ever work. I've only had 2 examples of people I've known, but it's just an odd combo. I think water signs with water signs can be good if people are healed. If they're not, it could be overwhelming, overbearing. Anyway, what's up with everybody else? What's going on with everybody? What is up? Because I'm tired of talking about what I am talking about right now, so. Peeps, say something. Just kidding. But yeah, it's I don't know. The thing is, I don't like to over talk. you know? So it's like if I don't have anything to say, I don't like to just go on and on and on and on. Cancers are private too, though. I don't really, I don't really tell people shit, really. But it's like it feels like that awkward moment where you're at a party and you don't like to socialize, me. So you just kind of stand there awkwardly and it's like, so, yeah. Want to see my nails? Just kidding. It's like, what are we going to chit chat about, peeps? What shall we chit chat about? Hmm? Did you go through a spiritual awakening or was it that? Here's one of those moments again where, oh man, where I have no clue. Just none. You know what, guys? You know what's a good practice? Learning how to be comfortable in the unknowing of things and in the abyss of life, meaning, in limbo. Learning to get comfortable, and no, I'm not saying saying adapting to shitty situations that you shouldn't. I'm just saying wasted words, people. Oh, sorry guys, did a real wild zoom in there. I really just want to get back to doing readings, probably. Like a cancer reading. I was thinking about doing water signs in general, but I'm not really like a fan of those general water sign readings. I never liked those, so I don't watch them myself because they're kind of confusing to me. How you could clump 3 signs into one, but into one reading, but I could do like pick a card for each sign or something like that, but I don't know. We'll see. I gotta do more collective readings, but they just get so intense that sometimes I'm like, I gotta take a break. This is just crazy. The energy, it's like, it's like gross. It's like I don't want it on me. You guys, I'm not trying to say it's gross. I'm just saying it's a lot to take on. That was a rude thing to say. It's not gross. It's just a lot of, okay, that was just not good. That was just not good. But that's okay. I'm gonna backtrack. Because my thing is a lot of, hang on a second. Oh God, okay. Yeah, now that I've coughed my whole throat out, people. Um, like a lot of, I mean, the point of tarot readings is to heal, right? So, understandably so, tarot readings would attract unhealed people. I mean, we're all unhealed to a certain degree, obviously. Yeah, that is how I'm starting to feel. That literally is how I'm starting to feel about the collective readings. It's like, ugh. Come on, what is going on? But they're always entertaining to do. And then title them afterward. Then I listen to them afterward and I crack up. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that. And I was like, yeah. Yep. See, that's the objective, people. Learn to have a close, very close connection with yourself and appreciate yourself and love yourself. Not all my tarot readings, they definitely don't all resonate with me. But sometimes when they do, listening to them, it's like, it's just a whole different vibe hearing it from yourself. It's like, whoa. So I'd recommend it, if you have those abilities. Learn how to be your own bestie. That's the objective here, people. But a lot of people just don't get to that point because our society doesn't really create much of a conducive environment to do so, It mostly is an environment that encourages people to just escape. So, especially from ourselves, and that's just not the goal. That's not goals here, people. Even Pearl will tell you, come here, sweetie. Come here, sweetie. She doesn't want to be moved. I don't think she wants to be. She won't get mad or anything if I move her, but yeah, peeps. What else is going on? What are the vibes out there? Because here the vibes are real chill, calm. What's the fill in the blank part? Or did you mean to put that? The blank conversation? I'm gonna need a translator for YouTube chat, peeps. I'm gonna have to hire a translator here because I'm clearly... Oh, I see. Yep, that's so true. That really is true. And and being kind to yourself, giving yourself grace, but not too much, okay? Like, you have to admit when you've done shit. I see. The blank conversations are the ones you have with yourself. The best conversations, that's what I would put. The best conversations. Because, I'll just sit on here and just chit chat, and sometimes people won't even say anything in the chat, and it just gets to the point where it's like, well, hey, if you won't talk back, then I'll just talk to myself on here, and maybe that'll be interesting to peeps. I wouldn't say the best well, are the best no. I'd say the best convos are with Pearl, but I don't know. I just have so many options of... I'm just kidding, you guys. I'm just saying shit now. That's how you know there's too much talking going on, when you're just rambling. I'll be right back, people. I'm trying to do something here. Pearl. Sweetie. Oh, shit. Honey. Hey peeps. What are you all doing here? What's new? Crickets. Okay. That's cool. Real exciting. And I just cannot, I will not change the chat to, you know. Oh my God. You guys, this might be an interesting conversation. You can't, okay, how do I put this into words? Like, you can't take away basic needs from your child as a means to discipline or punish them. I hope everybody here knows that. Like, you can't take away your child's bed. I mean, you can, but that's abusive and harsh. Or like taking away their door. I've heard of parents doing that, and it's like, that's just weird. Like, okay, so your punishment is I'm gonna not allow you to have any boundaries at all. People are just weird. And I don't even have kids, and this seems like very obvious shit. Like, your child needs privacy. Every human being needs privacy, but this is the problem, is that people treat kids like they're not, you know, I don't want to say people treat them like they're not human, but shoot. Like, why would you do that? Like, if, oh my gosh, I just can't even, I can't even talk about it. Just absolutely POs me pretty badly. I had a client tell me that this is what's been happening to her for years, and I'm like, ooh, this lady just sounds like so mean and such a bitch. I'm just gonna say it. Her mom sounds like such a freaking bitch. Okay? She's abusive, she's mean, and it can be hard working with kids because you can't change that. It's like there's only certain things. Like, I don't even know if I can report that. I feel like that would fall under negligence, though, because, yeah, for obvious reasons. Hey, peeps. Yeah. I shouldn't have brought that up. But anyway, because I was going to start a whole conversation on it, and I'm like, no, that's irritating me too much. Yeah. Yeah, but it's important to be kind to your kids because the world is not a kind place, and if they can't find refuge in you, then guess what? They're going to be out there in the world trying to find refuge in some random other person. Yeah, remember that, peeps, when you're not wanting to be kind or nice to your children or child, if you have any. Yeah, that's the type of impact that shit has. For real. It's like, oh, nobody cares about me here? Well, I'll just go find somebody out there to care about me. And once that happens, I mean, people just don't realize how much parenting, certain parenting, like the way you parent your kids, like equates to like every aspect of their lives. And so it's so crazy to me when people say, like, when parents try to like blame their kids for their behavior, and I'm thinking, okay, they have your genes and you parented them. So, the common denominator here sounds like you. But then they try to blame their kids. Oh my gosh, they're just so blah, 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 blah. Yeah, probably because you're not like raising them properly. You fucking dimwits. How about that? Yeah, I have very strong opinions about that. Okay, people, it is night, evening. I could have kept going on a rant about that, but nah. All I can do is be there. Be there for these people and these kids and hope that they feel valued in the world in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, because I'll tell kids straight up, I'll say that's abusive. You know, that's that's abusive, the way they're talking to you, the way they're treating you. And it's anxiety provoking a little bit because it's like, you know, with these abusive parents, if the information gets back to them and they, but I think this particular client, she's, she knows this lady is crazy. So, and like, whatever. I'm not gonna go into any type of deets. None. But either way, these people out here are messing up their kids and then looking like the boy who cried wolf when they want to complain about, oh my gosh, my daughter is whatever, or my son is whatever. I don't know, you guys. To be honest, I don't know what else to talk about, so I'm just kind of going with it, going with whatever comes up. And, you know, this, unfortunately, I don't typically let things, I don't typically like think about my job when I'm not doing my job, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something I've kind of taught myself how to do, but some stuff when it involves kids, especially around the holidays, it's like, Jesus, what is wrong with babes? And it takes me back to the old age, or wait, what's the saying? Age-old question. Is that what the fucking saying? I don't even know what the fuck that means, you guys, but why do some people have kids? Thank you. Woo! I should get like a round of applause in the background because I say that so goddamn often. Because people think, oh, I'm not going to get into it. Not getting into it, peeps. Don't want to hurt feels. Any feels in this bitch. So I'm going to tread lightly here because you never want to go to the point of arrogance with a topic, especially a topic that, I talk shit about, but you know what? I'm not even going to put that out there because that's one of the things I hate that people do too. Well, you're not even a parent. How would you know? And it's like, oh, give me a break. Some of these parents out here don't know what the F they're doing, and I could parent their kids way freaking better, people. So please don't hit me with that because I used to get hit with that one a lot at my old job. Do you have any kids? Oh, well, why are you doing this job? It's like, because I have common sense and you don't, bitch. That's why. Because clearly you're the one in trouble for leaving marks on your kid, not me. So, who knows how to parent? Me or you? You don't have to have kids to be intelligent and emotionally intelligent. It's an insane argument. Okay, I've also learned in time, you guys, this is definitely something I've noticed. I've noticed that, like, the more dysfunctional the person, like, the more the kids they have. Has anybody noticed that as being a thing? Because I have. It happened with my own mother, for one. And for two, I've just noticed that. It's like, I guess it makes sense. Like, because it's kind of irresponsible, to have like a bajillion kids. Because you, I don't even want to have this conversation. You know how much it takes to just like build up an entire human being? I think people just underestimate it a lot. That's why we have so many messed up people out here, though. Because people really don't get how important it is to watch how you treat your fucking kids. Please. Respect is a two-way street, and what most people don't understand and parents don't understand is you can still have respect, but also set boundaries and be kind and firm, motherfucker. Beating your kid is only going to make them afraid of you. It's not going to make them behave, okay? And it's going to make them really angry in adulthood, too. There's just a lot of lack of emotional intelligence in the world, and it's scary. I don't know. I mean, but again, it makes sense because it's like people who are unconscious tend to make kind of sloppy decisions. So, like, it makes sense, but still ain't cute, okay? Out here having a bajillion kids and then not giving them what they need. I just don't get the point. I don't get why people do that to themselves, to the kids. Like, I just, like, does that question ever run through the mind? Like, what's going to be the point of this? Is this child going to enjoy their life? Like, do people think about that before they have kids? Because I'm seriously starting to think they don't. I really don't think that people think about the child at all. I think they think, oh, I want to have a baby and I want to do this and blah, 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 blah. And I want to have a baby because this dumb, bummy ass dude, I don't want him to leave me. Shit like that, you know? It's never, oh, let me consider the child. Would the child like this piece of shit father to be their father? Probably not. Would you want that to be your father? You should be asking yourself questions like this. Would you want this to be your father? Does this person even know how to protect and provide? Like, genuinely? You know? But that's not what people ask themselves. In fact, I don't think people ask themselves shit. I think that women get pregnant and they just make decisions. I mean, I can't speak for all women, but it seems like a lot of the decisions, if it's not planned ahead, you know who's coming to mind? Who I'm thinking about in my head is that Catch Me Outside chick, Bad Baby. Okay, you guys, that's who I'm thinking about right now. And I'm thinking about how she stupidly had a kid with this abusive dude who, you know, now, of course, is like cheating on her and stuff like that. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. I'm just like, the same thing is happening to Megan Fox. And this is why you get married before you have kids and you don't fucking put up with losers like MGK and whatever the fuck that big four-headed freak looking guy who's dating Bad Baby. Whatever the hell that guy's name is. Who gives a shit, right? He's a nobody. But my point is, Megan Fox, I'm very disappointed in. You know, I mean, very attractive woman, very successful. She's not trashy. She's not, you know what I mean? It's like, why? For one, Bad Baby, I'm not surprised, no offense, but even her, still, it's still like, why? You're like a millionaire. Like, what are you doing? You really don't value yourself to that degree? You're the Catch Me Outside girl. Come on. She's like a pop culture icon, guys. But my point is, people need to value themselves more and value their kids more, and they don't. And that's why a lot of people end up out here with kids with shitty fathers and baby daddies or baby mamas that aren't shit, because, you know, I feel bad for guys because they can't, it's not on them to make the decision. And this is where females, I implore you to please use your brains and not think, well, emotions are in the brain, but like use other parts of your brain. Please, because yeah, I don't get it. So it's very important to consider these things, or you risk fucking up an entire other human being's entire life. Did I say entire already? Yeah. So it's literally the most important job in the world, and most of the people that end up being designated for the job don't understand how taxing it is. I mean, sheesh. I wouldn't know. I don't want to know. No offense. I'm good. I'm good, peeps, because I don't know. The world's just it's a really messed up place in this bitch, you know. And I don't really see the point. Like, okay, life is actually pointless, but it's just like the meaning that we put on it, you know? So like I get it. Like people are like, well, joy and family and yeah, that's valid. That's a good point. But you know, humans just aren't my thing. I think that's just the conclusion here, folks, that we're coming to. Humans are not my thing. I like helping humans, but then I want to go home at the end of the day and smoke a fat blunt and not have to worry about whether CPS is getting called or not. Yeah, no, there is no cat protective services in this bitch. But I should air this bitch out a little bit more. I will say that. But, you know, like I said, that's why I feel for men a lot of times. I think, I don't know, the more men I talk to over the years, the more I realize how blindsided, I guess, it seems like some of these situations are. It's like you don't have control over the situation. So, what are you gonna do other than just be a responsible human being? If you want to be, though, I mean, again, we all have a choice. So it's just like, oh, oops. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is great. Yep. I so agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Yeah, that is just facts. Oh my gosh, I have to screenshot that and everything because it's true. Um, and that's a really good point because it's like what one person values isn't necessarily what another person is going to value or place meaning and value onto or into. So, I don't know, like nobody really lives in the same reality because we're all kind of coming from a different perspective in a sense. Yes, and I agree with that because there really is no point except for, like you said, to find what is your point, what is your purpose, what is your mission here, and what do you, my bad, want your life to look like or feel like or be like. Not just look like, be like. Yeah, guys, definitely contribute to the combo. I love the input because sometimes I'm just sitting up here like, are these real humans in here? Or like, I don't know. It's good to hear from peeps. Oh my gosh, hey everyone. Oof. Wow. Going up on a Tuesday, people. It is Tuesday. So get with the program. You guys, as you get to know me, you'll realize sometimes I just say random shit that doesn't make sense. And it's like, what do you mean? Just don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. But if there's a certain kind of reading that anybody wants to, see, you can also let me know in the chat. Or like the videos, if there's any videos that I do that you like, you can let me know. Yeah, that is so true. Yeah, that's true as well. Yep. And I try to do that as well. It's just like, even though I'm not a fan of peeps, it's like if I come across people, I try. It just depends where I'm at though. Eh, yeah. Just depends where I'm at. But yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I could talk about that for days. Yeah, it's pretty good stuff, you guys, but yeah, when you smoke blunts, it's harsh on the throat, and so over time, the coughing obviously ensues, but this is pretty good stuff. It's called Gary Payton. These names are so ridiculous. Gary Payton, yep. So, but yeah, we do live in a really pitiful world. I mean, sorry, I don't mean to make it sound so rude, but it's, yeah, I think about this stuff a lot, which is interesting because, like, I'm not even a parent, but, like, I care about kids, obviously, it's like, because I was in a position where I was, I didn't have anybody like that. So it's like now I'm protective of kids because, some of these things just seem so simple and basic. You don't take away food or a child's bed as punishment. That's sick and weird. You're weird. And it's okay, no shame if you're on here and you're like, oh shit, I did that. Just don't ever fucking do it again, okay? That's all I'm saying. It's like take away electronics, take away, you know what I mean? Don't do it for maliciously long periods. I've heard about that too. Like, oh, I got my iPad taken away like 12 months ago, and it's like, what is wrong with these people? It's not really 12 months. It was like a few months, but still, it's like, okay, come on. Let's be reasonable here. These are kids. They're supposed to make mistakes. Literally. It's not even mistakes. I think that's the problem, is that's the perspective is off. It's like not even mistakes. It's just like living and being a human. It's so strange how humans don't get that concept, considering they're humans. Yep. Yeah. That's true, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes if I'm not in the mood and I don't feel like giving my energy away, I don't give a fuck. I mean, I'm not rude. I just kind of check out and don't interact with anybody. Don't look at anybody, nothing. And not in a rude way, but it's just kind of a like I'm in and out, I'm minding my biz, I gots to go, that type of vibe. Nothing rude, if somebody, I don't think it's rude. See, this is where I don't, this is why I don't like talking too much, because overthinking is not good. And I think when you talk too much, you inevitably, you're doing so much thinking. I'm sitting here overanalyzing stupid ass shit that I never even think about. Because I don't talk that much, because I just live in peace and quiet, and I say a lot. Sorry guys. BRB. Okay, peeps. Sorry. Oh shit. Hold on. Oh. Yeah, see, that's how I kind of feel about it. You know, you got to conserve your energy. So, well, if you want to share, you don't have to share, but what part of the world are you in? And if you don't want to share that, please do not feel obligated because the internet is weird. And yeah, but I'm just curious to know because it's like, oh, you don't, like, you're not. Okay, I don't know if I get in trouble for doing this, though, like showing something like this, but this could just be a black and mild. What's wrong with. This is a black and mild, guys. Wink, wink. Oops. So, yeah. So, yeah, like, yeah, Megan Fox, guys. I don't know what she was thinking. I do not know what the hell she was thinking. I think this guy's a loser and I think he's arrogant. I think MGK is arrogant. Oh, I've heard good things. I've heard good things about life over there in comparison to over here, though. Like general happiness overall. I just had a client who had come here, um, that was living in England, and he was just like, it's so depressing here. I was like, yeah. But then I'm like, isn't England kind of cloudy? I could be wrong. I haven't been to Europe. I mean, I don't really care to travel that far, I guess. I don't know. I have to think about it some more. I don't think so. I really don't like planes. But, so it's like, people, do not trap yourselves with a bummy loser with a baby for the rest of your lives. Please, people, please, I'm begging you. For the sake of your kids, because guess what? You're trapping them too. Yeah. So guys, what's going on? What's your zodiac sign, everybody? Drop your zodiac sign in the chat. Oh. Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, it's really cloudy here too, so don't feel bad. I mean, I get it. I think I find beauty in everything, so it's kind of hard for me to be like unhappy about things, but yeah, we already know the zodiac sign Scorpio. I need to know the zodiac sign so I can know who to look out for. Just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding, guys. Even though I kind of. No, you know what? I really don't judge anybody except for Scorpio. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, okay? And even then, I still like Scorpios. Just not. Well, okay. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna keep the rest of that to myself. Like P Diddy is a true Scorpio, born November 4th. Like that's all I'm saying. Okay. I don't know what Jay-Z's zodiac sign is. Probably Libra. I don't know why I would say that. That's just my random guess. Nah, he's too fiery to be a Libra. Libras are very laid back. Libra males are pretty laid back. Pretty laid back. But it just depends. Of course he's a Sagittarius. Oh man. And finding places tucked away in the mess of glass and concrete. Yeah, I totally get what you're talking about. I'm into the rain. I'm down for a good rain outside, rain shower, I guess, or whatever they call it. You guys, I'm really socially awkward. I don't, okay, I'm not giving myself enough credit, but whatever. Sometimes I just get to a point and it's like, ugh, me responding, it's just such a hefty task. But, yeah. You guys, I got clouds on my nails. Yeah, you can kind of see I got clouds on my nails. It's kind of sweet. So I had to let everybody know because I love clouds. So if you know me, you know I love clouds because I make a lot of shorts, videos showing nature and clouds and all of that. Yeah, nobody's claiming Diddy anymore. Speaking of, Jay-Z is not even claiming Diddy anymore. He's like, no, we're not friends. He's like denying that they were friends at all, which is hilarious because of course we've seen picture after picture after picture after picture after year after year after year of them hanging out and hugging and probably secretly doing it together, literally. Fucking weirdos. Very weird people. I just don't get how people like that live with themselves, you know? It's like, that's so depressing. But yeah, peeps. Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, Jay-Z, you're not fooling anyone, buddy. We know you and Diddy are best-a-roonies. We know. And now that he's going down, you don't want to go down with him, so. But I'll be interested to see if Diddy throws anyone under the bus or outs anyone or what happens, but hard to say. He seems like a spoiled brat. That's all I'll say. A huge spoiled brat that has grown into an adult and now has huge adult temper tantrums that are dangerous. Diddy. Jesus Christ. Man. But I swear. Anyway. What is new, people? What is going on? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good movie. Good call. Good call with that one. I don't know, life is just such a weird thing. Sometimes I have these moments where I'm just like, it's just so weird. Just such a strange thing, you know, humans. What humans do. But I'll probably have to go in a second here, peeps. Yeah. Yeah, but like, I just don't get how him and Jay-Z got to be so powerful. That's what I've been pondering on is like, I don't know. Nobody knew how creepy Diddy was? Like, I don't know. That's so sad. They preyed on Justin Bieber on YouTube, you guys. How weird is that? Back in J. Beeb's YouTube days, which is where he was discovered, officially discovered. So, you know, I don't know what to say. Other than I gotta air this place out. Because it's a little bit problematic, people. But gotta get going here in a sec because I have plans. So I will be back later. Peace. Oh, wait.